So they set off on a quest to save the princesses.
Yeah, more like a suicide mission.
It sounds more like a memorable, heroic ballad. Prince Charmless bravely marching off to a certain demise. So, he's as good as dead, huh?
Well, you saw for yourself. Prince Charmless can't even pick up a sword, much less fight an ogre.
He can't make sourdough bread.
So what?
Well, that has to count for something.
Yeah, maybe that'll already be pre-floured by the time the ogre goes to fry him up.
Perhaps Prince Charming will save the princesses. He is one of the rescue party, after all.
That's a good point, your ladyship. Prince Charming's gonna be there.
Prince Charming.
Oh, you guys already seem to have this story figured out.
Yes, yes. Prince Charmless is killed in a foolhardy attempt to save the day. And Prince Charming comes in, kills the ogre, and rescues the princesses. The end.
It's so tragic. I don't even want to make a joke about it.
Well, I have composed a song for the soon-to-be-deceased Prince Charmless. Don't go, O charmless prince, for your fate does make me wince. To fall into a ghastly demise, surely are ye, and to be soothed at an ogre's afternoon tea. Don't go, O Prince Charmless.
As the feudal lady of Pickering-on-Trent, can I order you to have a happy ending?
You villagers can have whatever ending you wish.
But we want to hear how the story really ends.
What happens to Paige and Prince Charmless?
And Prince Charming.
So you would like to hear how the story really ends?
Yes.
Very well. Let's see. Where were we?
Prince Charming, Prince Charmless, Paige, and Mademoiselle were on their way to the ogre's lair to rescue the princesses.
Very well. Let's go back to the princesses. The princesses were... Sir, what are you still doing here?
Can I please smack that Mademoiselle with a turnip?
Currently, we are at the ogre's cave, so she isn't here. But even if she was here, I wouldn't let you smack her with a turnip.
Well, my turnips are too good to waste on Whitesford anyways. Never mind. Please continue.
Thank you. The princesses anxiously awaited their fates at the ogre's cave.
I am not one to expect too fine of surroundings, being of humble nature. But my acquaintances do remind me that I should be surrounded purely by the fineries of life and the most thoughtfully decorated abode. Really, although he does have quite the treasure trove, Mr. Ogre here should have adequately redecorated his accommodations to suitably house a princess such as myself. My friends would not be pleased to see me in such a squalor.
And all the allergens here. Mold, dirt, dust, not to mention pollen. Does anybody have any Claritin?
Princess Portia, Princess Priscilla, I think we have a greater problem here than the lack of interior decorating and various allergens.
I'll say, Princess Penelope, I totally didn't bring the blue eyeshadow along. And what am I going to do if that comes back into fashion? Huh?
I do believe Princess Penelope here is referring to our current crisis of there not being a library in your vacancy. I've almost concluded reading my book.
Actually, I was referring to the bloodthirsty ogre plotting to cook us as we speak.
Will you guys quit whining? I hate whining. Whining makes me mad, and you don't want to see me mad.
You're not the only one that's mad.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. It was only an early Baroque helmet. You might as well have broken it.
It's an enigma, really, Princess Pandora, how you managed to break bronze helmets, but congratulations, you've done it.
What's the enigma is how you can stand having your nails look like that, Princess Prunella.
I couldn't turn pages if I had long nails, and believe me, there are more important things in life than manicures.
Like what? Pedicures?
Oh, it's not only bronze helmets Princess Pandora's managed to destroy. It's sent to go goblins smashing vases. Not to mention that chest of golden plumes she scattered everywhere, and the bearskin rug she spilled tea all over. I think a cyclone would have caused my treasure trove most damage. And wait, let me guess, Princess Portia. You are not one to brag about how refined you are. And friends do tell you that you are far too superior and graceful to ever break anything.
Why, as a matter of fact, they do.
And you, Princess Pansy, you are going to say, well, like, at least you didn't like break a nail. Tragic.
Like, wow! I was so thinking that.
And you, Princess Penelope, you are the only one here that would be ashamed to eat.
Not sure if that's a compliment, but thanks.
I'll make sure to save you last. Perhaps as a dessert. You'd be tasty at the bottom of an ice cream sundae, I wager.
That's comforting. At least my final moments will be drizzled in chocolate sauce and topped with a cherry.
I'm allergic to chocolate sauce and cherries.
Quiet, everyone. Look, the princesses are still alive.
Great, it's settled. Can we go report back to the castle?
How droll of you, Prince Charming, to tell a joke at a time like this. Take note of that, Filbert.
It's Percival.
Thanks, Paige.
Don't mention it.
Whatever, what's happening here?
Let's listen.
Actually, I have a confession to make to all of you.
And what is that, Ogre?
I don't actually eat princesses.
That's a relief.
Then why do you kidnap princesses?
Why? To attract my all-time favorite food. The most delicious delicacy out there. Charming princes.
Goodbye.
You're such a joker, kid.
Yeah, how about I run away from here? That'd be a funny joke, right?
Quiet, or they'll hear you.
You see, Princess Penelope, capturing charming princes is such a bother. Capturing you princesses is much more simpler. Now I don't have to search for charming princes from dawn until dusk. They come to me in droves to rescue you damsels in distress. I can just sit around here and wait for them to come to me.
Alright, so here's the plan. Prince Charmless and I will make a lot of noise in the bushes away off to lure the ogre away. While that's happening, Prince Charming, you and Madame Musette usher the princesses to safety.
You think we might need some reinforcements from the castle? That is one big ogre.
I thought you fought dragons.
Ah, fresh prince, and only the most charming. That is a decidedly delectable delicacy. Charming prince finely diced into quiche, charming prince burgers, charming prince pot pie. Charming princes freshly grilled with rosemary.
What dragons? Me? You mean I said that?
Yes, you did, Prince Cuthbert.
Then I mean, I did. Of course I did. Although you know a lot about being charming, it's just acting like you're charming. You know, coloring the truth on your accomplishments.
What is that supposed to mean?
That is one big ogre.
Charming prince kebabs, charming prince steaks, charming princes slowly roasted, charming princes fried up golden.
You know, I actually never wanted to be charming. I always wanted to garden. Maybe do some sustainable farming.
Huh?
That is one big ogre.
Yes, back to the plan. Paige, that is a terrible plan. So charismatic, so unromantic, so charmless.
Don't you mean so logical?
Precisely. It's not what you do, but how you do it that makes you charming. Filbert here shouldn't even bother a rescue mission if he's going to be sneaking around in the woods.
One really, really, really big mean ogre.
You need to be bold, daring, charismatic, have a little style and pizzazz, right, Prince Charming?
One really, really, really big mean hungry ogre. What? Yeah, sure. Can we go back now?
Come on, Prince Charming. Let's show Prince Charmless here how a rescue mission should be conducted. With charm, onward!
Now, just a minute, Madame Musette. Isn't being charming more like acting like you're charming, not actually...
What I wouldn't give for a tasty, charming prince right about now.
It's your lucky day, ogre! Hand over the princesses, you troll-headed dolt, or he'll slice you and dice you until you're ogre pate. He's the most charming and our most talented prince ever.
A charming prince, eh?
He dance better, fight better, and dance and fence better than any other prince. He's the one, the only, Prince Charming! Hi, Prince Charming!
This is him, so long!
Prince Charming, you can come back now.
charming prince come to rescue. Fair damsels?
Oh, Prince, at any rate.
Is that you, Percival?
Sure is, little sister.
Figures. At first I thought it really was a charming prince, and I felt hopeful, like I wasn't gonna end up Princess a la mode.
I should have known it was Prince Percival. He makes my allergies act up.
If I have to hear about your allergies one more time.
You shall never rescue these princesses.
Excuse me, Ogre Hun. Mind if I call you Hun? Fabulous, thanks, Hun. Listen, I'm not technically a princess, so if you don't mind, I really should get going and let you and Prince Pasha here.
Percival.
Whatever, sort this little princess napping out.
Well, you certainly ooze charm, which is sort of princess-like.
I do, don't I?
Although, you are kind of old to be a princess.
Old? Excuse me? Did my ears just hear correctly? Did you just say old?
Still, you certainly attract handsome princes. So make yourself at home.
Old? Do I really look old?
Or I'll make you comfortable. Snugly cooked and sent over souffle.
I am not one to prattle, but I am a very fair princess, and my many admirers have told me that I can only marry the best. Prince Charmless here, I am sure simply wouldn't be suitable for the illustrious privilege as rescuing such a fair and beauteous damsel as myself.
Yeah, I don't want Prince Charmless to rescue me either. And like, I'm on a nail polish remover.
Prince Charmless, a prince without charm, really.
Well, the statistical likelihood of there being a prince completely devoid of charm is, as you noted, astronomically impossible. But Prince Charmless here defies all laws of science.
Huh?
I think what she's trying to say in nerd is that, yeah, it is like super weird that my brother is about as charming as a serf.
I don't believe it!
Just a minute. I am much more charming than Prince Percival. Yeah, I may smell like junk, but that doesn't mean I'm uncouth and not charming, you bourgeois.
Come away, serf, I command you.
Just like a feudal lady. I dig your chairs for you, and you won't even let me defend myself against such allegations.
Well, it's only that those allegations about you being charmless, sir, are so utterly ridiculous. You're super charming, sir. Right, everyone?
Huh? What you mean is, yes, sure you are. Really charming.
Really?
Serfs are certainly charming, and that's no joke.
See, listen to this ballad. Serfs have charm, hear ye, to dig up turnips is sophisticated sincerely. Serfs work night and day for little no, make that no pay, but are quite cool, clearly.
Why, my good sir, you haul manure for the turnips with such poise, shovel mulch with such refined bearing, and cart straw with only the utmost elegance and notable fortitude.
Oh, I'm speechless, really.
Good, that means we can finally get back to the story. I mean, let's get back to the story, that is. If you want to, old charming sir.
It's just, you know, so nice to be appreciated. Not anybody can grow a turnip, you know.
Yes, quite. Off stage, off we go. That's right. Let's see. Where were we?
I believe I just declared incredulously, I don't believe it!
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Even ogres have their moments.
The ogre declared incredulously.
I don't believe it!
It's true. That puny little runt is completely without charm.
Go on. Show him, Percival.
Must I?
Dance for us.
Well, you insist.
Oh, stop! Stop! I don't need to see anymore!
Anyone who dances that badly deserves to be pulverized. Man, that's not all. You should see how clumsy he is with a sword. It's worse than me.
Surely not.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he couldn't even fight a duel with you if our lives depended on it.
They do depend on it.
All right. Major bummer, huh?
I'm still too new not to die. I have so many hair tips on how to style your locks to make you look 10 pounds slimmer to
try my best, all right?
Wow, you are pretty charmless. Can you tell a joke at least?
Well, let's see. Why did the road cross the chicken? No, that's not right. Wait, why did the chicken cross the crossroads? No, still not right. Wait, let me try one more time.
He is hopeless.
Why did the cross-eyed chicken cross the crossroads? Is that right? I hope not, because I cannot remember the rest.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Come on, that's the oldest joke in the book.
It's the Middle Ages, so technically it's not that old.
Oh, right.
Well, I guess you can eat all of us now, starting with me.
You can't dance, fight with a sword, or even tell a joke. You are completely charmless.
Well, I can season myself out if you'd like. I brought along some cilantro and red pepper flakes, thinking I might need to make some omelets on the road. But, as you can see, I won't be needing them anymore.
Oh, this is dreadful!
No, really, cilantro and red pepper flakes really go well together. A lot of chefs think cilantro is too mellow and distinct, but the added sharp kick of the red pepper flakes really brings out the natural.
No! Dreadful as in you are dreadful, Prince Charmless. Blech! Why would I want to eat you? I bet you taste disgusting.
Even with the red pepper flakes and cilantro?
Yes, especially with the red pepper flakes and cilantro.
How about only the cilantro?
No seasoning on earth would make you tasty. You are completely without charm. Disgusting. Repulsive.
There, no need to get snappish.
Well, I am snappish. I put with this past of perfectly cute princesses in the hopes of attracting a charming prince. And all I get is you, Prince Charmless.
There.
It's not fair, I tell you. Not fair.
There, it's all right. Here, have a cookie.
I don't suppose there are any charming princes in these cookies, are there?
No. But there are white chocolate chips, macadamia nuts, and cranberries.
Well, why not? Not like today could get any worse. Hey, this is pretty delicious. The texture really melts in your mouth.
That's because I blended the oats in order to get them a light yet substantial texture.
I want a cookie, Squirt.
So, Ogre, are those cookies tastier than Princess Sundays? What? I could be hopeful.
I'm not one to brag, but I am sure, and I am confident that my friends would agree that I most certainly would taste better than any cookie.
You know, Princess Penelope, these cookies do taste better than princesses drenched in chocolate sauce. Why, these are the most scrumptious, most delectable, most irresistible food ever.
Tastier than charming princess, even?
Well, yes. Yes, they are.
Thank you. It's nice to finally find someone who appreciates my cooking.
Even if your uprising food critic is an ogre?
Well, I would like to find somebody back at the palace who appreciates my cooking, but this ogre will have to do.
You mean you cook like this every day?
Why, yes I do. In fact, how would you like to come back to the palace and eat every day?
You really think Mom and Dad are gonna like you having an ogre over for dinner?
My friends certainly wouldn't allow me to eat with an ogre at the table.
Well, I wouldn't mind eating with an ogre at the table as long as he was nice, appreciative, and open-minded about trying my new culinary creations. Besides, you wouldn't have to eat Charming Princess if I cooked for you anymore, right, ogre?
Well, I suppose not. But I don't actually eat Charming Princes because they taste good. But for another reason.
Why?
Well, I'm embarrassed to say it.
There, let it all out.
Because I wish I was a charming prince! You see, us ogres are so uncharming, and nobody wants to be friends with us. And charming princes are so charming. I get so jealous that I just want to eat them up.
because of his gold, but because of his nice and open-mindedness about my cooking.
Quiet, Prince Ping.
But I'm so lacking in social graces and uncouth. I was, after all, raised by an ogre.
I've been told that charm such as mine is natural and could not be purchased.
Lock up those lying lips, lady. Anyone can be charming with the assistance of Madame Musette, the world's finest pageant consultant and countless pageant winner. I'm not on the pageant circuit anymore, Ogre Baby, if you can believe it.
I believe it.
I've never been in a pageant, but I have been told that if I was, I certainly would be prize-worthy.
I was in a pageant once. I had a bit of an accident, though.
Oh, couldn't imagine that, Princess Pandora.
Yeah, in the talent show portion, with flaming batons. It was a nasty business. I'd rather not talk about it.
And Ogre Baby, as this is a charm emergency and all, I might be willing to draw up a contract and take you up as a client ASAP. That is, my consulting services don't come cheap though, hun.
I'll pay whatever it takes to be charming.
That is, if Prince Prosper over here doesn't mind canceling our contract, that doesn't mean I won't get paid full fee, of course. And an extra 10% for me going on a quest, and triple for me being in a life-threatening situation, as stated in Clause 3 of my contract. But considering this poor, unfortunate ogre's dire need of my assistance, surely a philanthropic princess yourself would feel obligated to release me to work with a more needy client.
More like richer clients.
On one condition.
What's that, Paco?
My name is Percival. Percival. You got that? Say it for me once.
Percival. Yeah, I get it, kid. That's what I've been calling you all along. Remembering names is an important part of being charming, Ogre Baby. That's a free lesson. Don't expect any more, though. Now, to find you some spiffier clothes, you are so not dressed to be charming, Ogre Baby. Tuxedos have and always will be the new now.
Wait, that makes no sense. How can something that always has been be the new now?
Unhand my Prince Percival, you fiendish ogre. I'll fight you to the death if you've tried to harm one hair on his head. I know he may be a little clumsy and not very good at swordplay or dancing like other princes, but he's a wonderful chef, kind and thoughtful, and well, I think he's the most charming man in the world. So back off or I'll run you through.
Where have you been?
Getting reinforcements. What's going on here?
The charming prince eating ogre, nothing to see. Lost cause, let's go back!
Actually, Prince Charmless here made the ogre a cookie so delicious that he's decided he isn't going to eat anyone anymore.
Really?
That's a boy, Percival. I always knew all that cooking would come in handy. Well, actually I didn't, but I'm glad it did.
Prince Percival said I could come eat his cooking at the palace, as long as I agreed to stop eating charming princes, if that is acceptable with your graces. How was that for charming Madame Musette?
Good, real good. You're a natural kid. I mean, you still need some guidance, but good, real good.
What do you say, dear?
Well, I suppose eating dinner with an ogre is a small price to pay for him to stop kidnapping princesses.
And eating charming princes.
Why not? We eat breakfast at 8, lunch at noon, and dinner at 7 sharp. Pretty informal.
The real problem will be explaining to the visiting heads of state why we have an ogre at the table.
Oh, don't worry about that, Queenie. Ogre Baby here just took me up as his new charm consultant. He'll know the difference between a salad fork and a crab fork, not to mention charming the socks off of any visiting dignitary. Isn't that right, Ogre Baby?
You bet! I can't wait to be charming!
Not me. I'm sick of it. Sick of it here. I'm sick of the dancing and fencing and rescuing people.
You didn't actually rescue anyone, Prince Cuthbert.
Well, I bragged about doing it, which is sort of the same thing.
No, it's not.
What about me? What about what I want? I'll tell you what I want. I don't want this palace life with its meaningless pageantry and confining obligations. I want sweat. I want sun. I want dirt. And a loyal, industrious serf to grow turnips with.
Where did he go? I'll marry you, Prince Cuthbert. We can make beautiful turnips together. Come back.
Good riddance, Prince Charmless.
Well, actually, I'm still here.
I meant Prince Cuthbert.
Yeah, I guess your cooking prowess makes you pretty charming. I mean, it saved my skin, big brother.
this still doesn't solve the problem of whom Percival will marry.
I am a very fair princess, and that means that I can only marry the best, according to my friends. But I believe that today, Prince Charmless here has proven himself worthy of my coveted hand.
I'd marry him as long as I didn't have to wear a wedding dress with a long train at the wedding. Those things really trip me up.
I guess if you could build me a nail salon on palace grounds, I could consent to marry you. I mean, you did save my nails. And my life.
Yeah, I think I'm becoming less allergic to him.
He's a puny little pipsqueak, but sure, I'll take him. I need a new punching bag anyways.
Wow, that is so romantic, Princess.
What do you say, Prince Percival?
Well, thank you guys. It's all so nice, but I don't think I'm really quite ready to get married yet. But that wouldn't mean I didn't want to go out on a date with somebody really special. I could even cook dinner for them if they're free any night this week. Paige?
I guess I could make an opening.
I'm hungry!
I hope you're all hungry, because there's plenty of food for the ball tonight. That is, if any of you are still up for a party.
To the palace!
But what? A party? I haven't done my hair or makeup for a party.
I have been told that I'm a very fine dancer.
Did I miss something? I was very involved in my studies. Sorry. Hey! Where did everyone go?
They are heading to the palace. You'd better hurry. And so they went to the palace and danced all night long, even with Princess Pandora stepping on everyone's toes.
I would have liked to have been there.
What happened to Prince Percival? Well, he soon became a very good king and the host of a popular cookbook show and cookbook franchise.
Well, I meant, who did he marry?
Well, news of his brave exploits in creme brulee spread to many smart and beautiful, talented princesses who wanted to marry him.
What about Paige?
Well, she was there to fend them off because he was very much in love with her, and they married almost immediately. And she became a very excellent queen. Her dancing was so superb, her sword play so advanced, and her manners so genteel that many joked in the kingdom that she was charming enough for both her and her husband. But the only person more charming than she was the ogre, who soon became a motivational speaker, a charm consultant, and the author of a popular book, Ogre to Charmer, in 10 Easy Steps to Charm the Socks Off Your Competitors.
And Prince Charming married Sir, right?
Yes, and they lived happily ever after, cultivating the root vegetables till the end of their days.
I love happy endings. They make me want to dance.
So you see, Hildegard, you don't need to be charming or charismatic to be a great performer. You just need a special talent. Unlike me, who doesn't have a single talent that would enable me to become a minstrel.
I don't know. I'd say Prince Charmless was actually pretty charming.
I can't think of anything more charming than being able to make a nice, crusty loaf of sourdough bread.
Prince Charming was charming, just not how people expect him to be.
And that reminds me, we may not need a dancer, a comedian, or a musician in our troupe, but we could use a good storyteller, if you might be up for the position.
Me, a good storyteller? You think I could do it?
I suspect you might have it in you.
Oh my goodness, I am going to be a
back to the castle. I'm feeling hungry and wouldn't mind a little nibble and a story before bedtime. If any of you would care to join me, sir?
Me? Really?
Well, if I'm reinstating the arts to Pickering-on-Trent, I might as well let the whole village celebrate with me. That is, if you don't mind taking a break from turnip planting.
I think I could fit that into my schedule.
That's settled. To the palace, everyone.
Oh, to the palace we shall go. Oh, to the palace we shall go. Not for jousting, no, no, but storytelling and dinner and wine divine. Oh, to the palace we shall go. Hip, hip, hooray! And now it is time for the ball. I hope you all have a disco fever. Hit it!